Mike, check 1 2 1 2. It's the Y2K collector here, and I figured I'd have a moment of vulnerability as I go about making sure that this recent pickup of Beautiful Joe actually works. I typically test out my GameCube games on this little screen attachment here. It just saves me time from having to hook it up to the TV screen. I do have a couple GameCubes. Um, I do have a brand new GameCube that's still unopened. That's like definitely one of my better collection pieces. But this is the GameCube that I picked up during a trade around 2021. And when I picked this GameCube up, not only did it come with the screen attachment, but it also came with the Game Boy Player and the Game Boy Player disc attached as well. So this is kind of like my souped up GameCube that has all the little extra doodads. Think Power of Tower on the Sega Genesis. For those of you who know the tower, is it the Tower of Power or the yeah, the Tower of Power on the Genesis, where you have like the Sega, then you have like all the add-ons with the 32X and the Sega CD and like all that jazz. Yeah, this is like the, I guess, the GameCube version of that, having the Game Boy player attached on there, and then with this little device right here, you're actually able to connect a Game Boy Advance and use the Game Boy Advance as a controller to play certain games, and that can unlock extra features for certain games. But then you also have this screen here that, like I said, I typically use it to test out games. So that is what I'm going to be doing as I speak with you this morning. But just going to backtrack to the beginning of the year. And many of you know that the beginning of the year, I set out on a journey, a weight loss journey. I was hitting the gym pretty hard and doing everything that I could to try and get the weight down. I had a goal of losing, I think, like 25 pounds, was trying to get down under 200. And the cool thing is that I actually got very close. I got very close. I think my lowest weight at that point, I had gotten down to, I want to say 203 pounds. That was the lightest I had seen myself. And I was going to the gym. I was, hitting it every day, very focused. And I had seen a lot of progress, but in the midst of doing all of that, had a few life issues come about that really just kind of knocked me off of my progress, and I kind of just got into a rough state, and pretty much where I just wasn't going to the gym. I just stopped going to the gym, and not only did I stop going to the gym, but I had kind of given up a lot of the good eating habits that I had picked up at the start of the year. One of which was the complete and absolute annihilation of sugar. Like, I was not consuming any sugar. Now I realized that my body, you have to know your body when you're working out. Sorry, and I'm trying to get this GameCube controller untangled with one hand, but you have to know your body when you're trying to lose weight, and you kind of have to know what works. And I don't think my initial weight loss strategy was the best, because I don't think I was putting enough attention into strength training. And I was just doing a lot of cardio. And because I was just doing a lot of cardio, and I wasn't strength training, and because the bulk of my weight loss was coming from kind of just, calorie reduction and cardio, once I stopped doing the cardio and once I just started eating poorly again, I immediately gained all the weight back and then some. So I lost pretty much almost 30 pounds in the first 3 months of the year, gained it all back between the spring and the summer. And now I'm going to make the attempt to lose it all again with the last 3 months of the year. But this time I'm going to be doing it a little bit different. This time my focus is going to be more so on strength training. And then behind that, it's not necessarily going to be reducing how much I eat, which of course that's a big part of it. You have to reduce your consumption, but it's also going to, and it's not just, removing sugars, but it's also going to be making sure that I do a better job of meal prepping, because I was not meal prepping, and that I think was a big killer. So that is something that I am going to be focusing on this time around. So with all that being said, I'm going to get this GameCube going here. Let's see if this thing will power on. Well, no wonder it's not turning on, because this is not plugged in. Hold on. So yeah, so that is the goal there. Because honestly, outside of gaming and everything like that, there's so many things that are important. Obviously, outside of gaming, so many things that are that we got to pay attention to. Our health, our finances, things like that. And on the channel, I had definitely gotten on a kick to try and make more of an effort to promote healthy living. And so I want to get back to that. You're going to start seeing me talking a little bit more about that on the channel. And then also just sharing with the Y2K crew, just, things outside of games. Oh, and it looks like we've got some action here. All right. This is taking me back right here. Beautiful Joe. I remember when I first had this on the GameCube back in the day. I love the graphics in this one too. More of that cell shaded art style. I really dig the cell shaded art style when it comes to the games that I play. I feel like that type of art style is just absolutely timeless. And no matter how old a game gets, when it's done in that, that art style, it ages very well. So let's see what we've got here. That's right. It's got the little opening cartoon stuff here. Captain Blue. All right, so good stuff. So we know Beautiful Joe works, so that's good. And then, like I said yesterday, I had been playing Beautiful Joe 2 on my PlayStation 2 as well, so finally got a chance to hook it up and work on it. So yeah, so what's to come over the next 3 months here with the channel, with me getting back on this weight loss journey. So you're gonna hear me talk a little bit more about health and wellness. That's gonna get incorporated into more of the videos again. I had started doing that at the beginning of the year, and I think a lot of the folks who follow the channel appreciated seeing some of that content, seeing the fitness content, the weight loss content, the just my overall journey, just to improve. And I think that will be a good thing to bring back to the channel. So I'm excited for that. Also, gonna just be continuing on the sorting phase of the collection. It's tough to really focus on a lot of things at one time. Like, you really kind of have to focus. You can only focus your attention in so many areas. And so me focusing on health and wellness is definitely going to mean me taking some focus and attention away from the gaming piece, just because when you're dieting, when you're exercising, when you're focusing on health, a lot of time goes into that. First off, you have to spend time going to the gym. You got to spend time just doing cardio, staying active. You have to spend time meal prepping, which is huge. Just making sure you eat the right foods. And that's really like the most important part, is meal prep, because it's so easy to slip back into just eating the wrong foods. And eating the right foods is really where a lot of the weight loss comes from. Seriously, like, you could not do cardio, you could barely lift, but if you're eating right, like if you're eating clean, you're avoiding processed foods, that's going to be the thing that really kind of kicks that off. So just paying a lot of attention to that. I'll probably be consuming more fitness content on YouTube, reading more fitness content. So doesn't mean that I'm going to abandon retro gaming, but of course, you can only focus on so many things at a time. So you're going to see some diversity in my videos. You're probably going to see some type of incorporation of the fitness there. One of the ways that I did it before was I incorporated some of my favorite fitness games into the channel. One of them being Ring Fit, which I played a lot of Ring Fit as well. That was a great way for me to burn calories. but then also Fist of the North Star, the boxing game, which is a ton of fun as well. So of course, my daughter, she's getting older and she loves to play Dance Dance, or Just Dance rather. So I'll definitely be playing Just Dance with my daughter. That'll probably be another way that we burn calories. So gonna just be trying to find creative ways to stay active and incorporate video games. As a matter of fact, I think I have to go out and buy a copy of Just Dance for the Switch today, because I think the only copies I had for the Wii U and the Wii. So we'll try to get that to be able to incorporate that for my daughter. But yeah, more to come. I'll be working on the video that I was supposed to drop yesterday. I'll be working on that today. That will probably drop tonight, and that will be the video just showcasing the most rare and expensive GameStop pickups for the summer of 2024. And hopefully you all enjoy that video. But that does it for me. Just a moment of vulnerability. And this is the Y2K Collector signing off. I'll be back with you later on this evening. Take it easy.